Hey, Chris here from AV.technology. I'm here with Frederic from Klotz. Welcome, Frederic.
Thank you, Chris.
Tell us about your role at Klotz, for a starter.
Yeah, well, I'm the director of international sales with Klotz AIS, Klotz Cable Company from Germany, and we've quite a omnipresence globally in all corners of this world.
Yeah, you're one of the OG names, I guess, that everybody is familiar with. What's your factory like? Is it a bunch of really expensive machines punching out cable, or is it a bunch of sort of people in German people handcrafting things?
It's actually both, you know. I mean, it's a mix of everything. We still do have quite a lot of people, working manually, handcrafted production, especially when it comes down to soldering XLRs at a high level. But obviously, the automation of our production processes has taken quite a deep part in our preparation of cables, stripping the cables, where we use it's not heavy machines. Actually, a cable is not a big, heavy, bulky product, but it's actually more down to very high, precisely working machines. If we talk about fiber optics today, where our fiber optics are purely polished, and it's not a cut and splice type of fiber optic we do, like fibers being terminated in the field. We really do broadcast level fiber optic cables that undergo different processes of polishing, etc. So these are very small, tiny machines,
Sure.
actually, which but are high precisely in stripping off the insulation from your fibers. And a fiber is thinner than a hair, than a human hair. So you can imagine that such a small device
Sure.
is gonna be a high precision device, which costs quite a lot of money. You probably buy a car for this, but it's that's what it is.
Well, talk some more about fiber, because where are we at, say, from various verticals, but I'm thinking even like in the AV industry, what's holding fiber back?
It's not holding back, actually. Fiber is very much in place, and people still might think it's the future in our specific industry, but it's not. It's present. We decided to put ourselves into fiber technology good 15 years ago, actually, where the market wasn't actually really requiring fiber optic solutions, but we knew with new technology appearing in the market on the broadcasting side, it would happen one day. And so we decided to start actually from zero, from scratch, a fiber optic assembly line, which in the first 2 or 3 years was more a learning process, and learning by doing and try and error, rather than selling any products.
Sure.
The inquiries were very small, and we were not really selling fiber optic cables back in those days. But it also gave us the time to learn the processes and to be able to manufacture fiber cables today, which are at the highest level, broadcast standard level. And today, I mean, the market with the ever-changing technology is a big part of our activity now, fiber optics. I mean, it initially comes, fiber optic has always been around in telecommunication, in military applications, applications, etc. And part of those military applications came into our industry because the requirements are pretty similar in terms of ruggedness of the products, and because it's harsh use on stage, etc. And I'm specifically talking about the mobile use of fiber optics. Require these type of products and and high precision anyway. So, but nowadays, touring rental companies are all on fiber optic solutions as well. Because the number of data, whether it's going to be audio, video, network, whatever kind of data can be transmitted via light, it's just an ever increasing number of data, and with traditional copper cable solutions, you're going to be limited in terms of distance, etc. So it's to cover long distances and high numbers of data transmission, you're going to use fiber optic, and it's in place. It's maybe certainly quite advanced, the use in Europe nowadays, and certainly in well-developed markets. I've just been around in Asia, so this is still at a starting point to use fiber optics, but in our countries for sure, and Australia absolutely included, the use of fiber optics has become quite substantial.
Yeah. Okay, definitely. Good. So for anybody listening who still has the misconception that it's, fiddly, fragile, expensive, and that bend radius is not good enough. It is. It remains basically a fragile product because it's glass inside. Yeah, but the way the cables are constructed with very good protection inside of the cable. Now, fiber optic cables for mobile use are so-called tactical fibers. So you can imagine where this is coming from, mainly from military applications. Sure. And what's good for military is good for us on stage as well, I guess. And I mean, those cables would be, are basically covered, with the fibers inside are covered and protected via Kevlar fibers. Kevlar is a material which from bulletproof vests, police and military bulletproof vests, and so it gives actually to the fiber quite a good protection, and also in terms of a bending radius of a fiber cable, you can't do it like you can't bend a fiber cable like a copper cable, obviously, but it still is a very good bending radius where you can use these fiber cables on drums, for instance, or put them up in in an 8 or whatever, coil them up in a flight case, and then together with this, it's now this is one side of the thing. And actually the polyurethane outer jacket is also crucial to make the cable quite solid and rugged on stage. And together with this, then the connector technology is crucial part of it as well. Sure. I mean, if you use like LC type of fiber connectors, these connectors are not meant for touring and for mobile use. I mean, they break easily on stage, etc. So nowadays we work with expanded beam technology. It's the smart beam connector from Klotz, actually, which also comes from military applications, and which is a connector technology where your fiber is actually hidden behind a glass lens and well protected. So you have a lens-to-lens contact rather than a fiber-to-fiber contact, which makes it very easy to use these type of connectors in the field, right. Because if they get dirty or get into the mud or whatever, you can just rinse them off with water. So that's what you want in a live gig, and not starting cleaning your fibers with an alcohol cleaning kit, etc. So, these are the things that are important, and it's rugged, and it's a hermaphrodite connector technology where you don't need any adapters in between, so it's male female at the same time, and you can do then multiple extensions and go several kilometers with that, and yeah, that's what you need. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thanks. That's that's restored my faith in the future of fiber.
Oh yeah, no, and I can confirm to you. I mean, touring rental companies are using it, broadcasting, outdoor broadcasting. They're all fiber. I was just recently talking to a customer that does all the flight pack preparation for the PGA Golf Tour worldwide, and all these golf courses actually, which are rather big, in terms of distances, need to be covered with fiber infrastructure, temporarily, and SMT, fiber-based camera cable, etc. Imagine there's going to be an average of 8 kilometers of fibers around a golf course and 20 kilometers of SMT camera cable. So it's quite a lot of cable going in there, all based on fiber, and
When we think about the future of media transport, you're kind of at the front line. So, the almost like the composition of what you sell year to year would tell me what people are relying on increasingly to move signal around. And what that might mean for the future. So it was interesting having that fiber optic conversation. But like, what can you tell me about other trends through the industry? Like, for example, is SDI like this, or is SDI like that, or is your kind of category cable product, is it like this, or is it like this? Like, what are some of the trends that you're seeing in the industry?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we've seen over I mean, I've been around 25 years now, a bit more over 25 years in the industry. I've seen, changing trends, obviously. So in audio and other signals, we've been moving quite a lot to network cable solutions, definitely. But at the same time, it still remains a big part for our business to do audio cables, audio multi-core cables, the, let's say, old traditional way, along with the stage boxes. And so on the stage should be, capturing audio channels from every corner of the stage to your stage box, and then back to wherever it goes, to front of house recording, wherever, monitors, etc. It goes more digital, definitely. I mean, from where it was analog 20 years back, nowadays, those systems would be digital ready, which means the box is digital ready, plus the cabling, which is a digital AIS EBU cable, then makes you or puts you in a position to carry digital signals, obviously. But it's a mix of everything, actually, now, so we are still in this traditional way of signal transportation, as well as via network. And then on the video side, UHD, 4K, 12G, resolutions require very well-made, coaxial video cables, obviously. But in traditional copper cables, we are anyway limited to distances, and then this is where fiber comes into the game. At all levels, actually, So, but it all goes digital. I mean, in video we are definitely digital. It's only digital around SDI, and so that requires adjusting the products and yeah.
I'll ask you to sort of look into your crystal ball, or down the fiber optic into the future. Like, we did touch on fiber, but I was going to put to you earlier, like, it seems like more than 20 years ago that convergence was the buzzword in the industry, and all of the worlds would collide, and then by definition, all the cables would probably coalesce into one cable that ruled them all. Is that the future? Are we going to see that there will be one cable that wins, comes out on top? Will it be fiber? Don't hold back.
if the question is down to whether fiber is going to have a big future, I believe so. Yes, for sure, but it's not going to be the one and only. I'm very sure it's not going to be, because simply because the way our industry works and the devices actually. I mean, we always depend as an interface manufacturer from what's in the market, which kind of devices and equipment you use. It's not all going to be down to fiber. Definitely not. I mean, there will be all sorts of cable solutions around. The funny side of thing is when I attended trade shows, maybe like 15, 20 years back, and people came up, knowing nothing about what we do and which markets we supply, and said, you're a cable manufacturer. All right. Yeah, that's cool. But do you think you're still around in 20 years' time? And said, yeah, we think so, pretty much. Yeah. And we do sell every year more cables and cable solutions than ever. I mean, it's a growing business. It's not a declining business. So, the shortest distances go wireless. And that's what people told us, everything will be wireless. No, it's not. It's just the very smallest distances, and all the infrastructure behind is all based on cabling. So, so we're still there, and the amount of cable is just going upwards.
Great. Well, that's good news for you, and I'm pleased. Thanks for your time, Frederic.
Chris,
and happy trails.
Yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity and talking to you. And it was a very nice chat here in Melbourne. Thank you.
That's a pleasure.
And all the best to all the Aussies.
Yes, thank you.